Damn, what's going on, man?
What's going on, Rich? How you feeling, bro?
All right, let me see how I set this camera up. There we go. There we go.
Oh man, that's what's up. That's what's up. My guy came through.
How you feeling, man?
Yeah,
Everything
man.
good?
Yeah. I ain't complaining, man. How's everything on your end, bro?
Good, man. I can't complain. Living,
Right.
one day at a time.
For sure, for sure. I mean, how's the weather? How's the family? Let's get all that stuff out the way.
Everything's good. Weather's nice out here right now. It's a little rainy, a
Right.
little hot
Mm.
right now. But other than that, family's good.
Okay.
Uh, Mother's out work, but she, out hustling.
Oh, you said moms?
Yeah, she got a little business over here in the Dominican Republic, so
Okay.
that's a little path during the day.
Okay. What part of the DR? Like, what's the town or whatever?
So basically the county
Okay.
is Cibao.
Say that one more
The
time.
town is
How do you say it?
El Cibao.
Alcibao. Okay.
Yeah, it's a town. The town that I'm from is called La Vega,
Uh.
kind of like Las Vegas, but it's La Vega.
Okay.
Um, so everybody knows the town, and then you got a couple cities within that, county.
Mm, mm.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. So you got a big family out there, or like.
And, most of my mother's brothers are out here.
Mm,
Um, my father's family is also from this area, so I got a lot of uncles, a lot of aunts, cousins, everywhere. Everywhere I go, I got somebody knows my family.
mm,
So
okay. Now,
born and raised here.
that's
Is
yeah. That's what I was gonna say. Were you born and raised out there?
No, I was born in Jersey
Right.
actually.
Okay.
But I life coming back and forth. When I was 11, I lived out here for a few years, and recently I just came back. I came actually a year ago to stay because of my father's death. So I
Right.
didn't want to leave my mother. So that's the reason I'm here.
Right.
But I've been coming back, been here since I was a baby, coming back and forth.
Right.
Every
Right.
chance my parents.
Yeah, definitely. I saw the pictures online about your dad passing. So let me express that to you now. My condolences. And how long
Appreciate
ago?
it.
How long ago was that?
In December it was a year.
Oh
So
wow.
it was yeah, end of the year. Well, early December, end of the year,
Okay. 2020.
2020. Yeah, and
Yeah, that was a rough one.
it was a rough one.
Right,
It was a rough. Yeah,
right. And because I know you and your dad were really close. He lived out here in
sir.
Jersey, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. He went out there when he was 17 years old.
Hmm.
Immigrated here over there, and then started working, man, cabs. Back in the day, it was a lot of Spanish people in taxis,
Hmm.
especially Dominican.
Hmm.
So he got a little gig in that, and then he wanted more, so he started getting into the corner stores, bodegas, and yeah, man, he had me out there, came out here, and he was like, he retired once, and then he had to go back because my brother he wanted to do school out there, so that's the reason we went back. And then he got into another store, and he was like, you know what? After we both graduated, he was like, you know what? I'm gone.
Hmm.
I got. I'm gonna go hang out. He built the house, and they enjoyed it, man. He really enjoyed it.
Wow. Wow.
Something for us that we always enjoy,
And
always bring other family over.
right, because I thought when we last spoke, I think that was probably 2020. I think you were telling me about you were thinking about getting into construction or something like that, or houses, real estate,
Real estate,
real estate.
actually, yeah, real
Right.
estate. Actually, right when this happened, I had finished the class. I already got my certificate, but I had to. Sorry, I passed a test, and the classes and everything. And right when it's finished, I had to come out here. I couldn't even go for the license, so
Mm.
I will have to everything again. But I really want to get into real estate.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Some
Okay.
stuff.
What's that? Oh, okay. So you got any plans on coming back out here, or?
Um, to be honest, I might just have to start making a thing of when I go at least a few times a year.
Uh-huh.
At least 2, 3 times a year, just to hopefully more, depending on how things go. I just want to see how things go. But most likely, I always at least once a year for now.
Okay.
I'm planning to go like in July around there. So.
Are you thinking about coming back out this way in July?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
How long you gonna stay, and what's the plan?
I mean, I just got a one way for now.
Okay.
But I don't know, maybe a week or maybe two weeks to a month.
Okay.
2 weeks to a month. Yeah, especially if my mother goes with me, better. But if not, just because I gotta involve my life now, just to make sure she's good.
Right.
Like she's done to me, even when I got injured.
Yeah.
They've been there.
Yeah.
I got some real ones.
For sure. Yeah.
I gotta be.
Yeah, we always, everybody in the hood talk about loyalty and, my day ones and all of that. But sometimes we forget, like moms and pops and grandmoms, those was our day ones, our brothers, you know what I mean? So we got to always look after them, like they looked after us. We got to pay that back.
Sure, for sure. And it never stops.
Right.
It's something that just becomes normal.
Right.
It's normal.
Mm-hmm.
So,
right.
I think about heading back around July. So once I'm out there, man, we gotta catch some lunch or something.
You already know. Well, see, well, that's part of why I'm doing this. Like I told you, I started the podcast. I think maybe a few weeks ago. Just started in February or late January, so about a month, and really about that exposure, letting more people know who I am and the people that I know. And so you're like, I had the podcast up, and so far my episodes have always just been about me talking. And I was like, you know what? I really want to branch out and do some interviews. And, we met in 2019. And I was like, you know what, man, you always talk like, yo, Rich, man, you got a story, man. And not just a story, but inspiration. And like, you got real, lessons that you can share. I just got to figure out how to, put you in a place to say, yo, just shine, let them hear you. And so I was like, well, look, we doing this. Let me figure out how to bring my man on and let's just talk.
It's interesting too, man, because I even once I got injured, I was like, you know what? I kind of like saw myself, like, let my messages be heard, man, because a lot of people don't understand, like, this is reality. Things just happen, man. Sometimes you don't even have to be in the mix, it's just that innocent bystander does exist,
Right.
And not even as far as getting injured, as far as mental wise, a lot of people forget, man, like, my injury is physical. So, we got physical injuries that people know, all right, something happened.
They can see it.
Sometimes it's like, I appreciate that I'm not as selfish because I understand my injury is physical, but what about those that mental not right, emotional not right? They don't even got love, Like the dude that shot me, he's worse than I am. Because personally, I do everything. I'm grateful to God first off because He's let me do so much. But I pray for him.
All right, well, look, I gotta ask you to pause right there because I don't want you to jump into the story in the middle towards the end. Yeah. I need you to take them way back, like, because they already like, well, he got shot. I didn't say nothing. I didn't even. They don't know. So you jumping in. Wait a minute. You feel bad for him. Hold on. Yeah. So you gotta bring it back. I'm really giving you this platform to just telling people the story from the beginning. Like when I say the beginning, I'm not just saying, yo, tell me that day. I need to know a little bit, like, who is Rich? Like, yo, Rich, so you grew up out in Jersey. You was back and forth. I got that. But like, all right, so you went to high school in Jersey. I'm going to go back. I want to lead. All right. I want to lead up. So that's what I'm saying. I hope you got a few minutes, No,
that's cool.
Okay.
That's cool, man.
So
I got time.
All right. So you went to school out in Jersey. We talking middle school, sir. High school?
I was a baby, basically. Okay. I went to school 6 in Elizabeth, New Jersey.
Okay. A shout out to Elizabeth. All right.
Yeah, school 6, Lafayette, right on Julia Street.
Okay.
I went there from pre-K to 6th grade. 6th grade, I ended up moving on to DR.
All right, pause. Now, when from pre-K to 6th grade, who you living with? Dad or moms? Who we out with?
My parents. They had a corner store that we still have right where I got when my incident happened.
Okay, don't give too much. Don't take right. And so I
was
mean,
born and raised there. Yeah.
And what was that like? So it was you and your brother with siblings? How many kids?
I got an older brother. So shout out to Robin. That's my brother, right?
And how much? Oh, y'all dudes look alike too. I didn't see the pictures.
Yeah, man.
Word, man. Y'all like twins, bro.
Yeah, man. It's scary.
Word up.
I look at him like, damn.
Yo, seriously, I'm like, dang, these dudes look like twins, man. You know, so now the people gonna be like, damn, first of all, before I get too far, Rich, how can people follow you? I want to just make sure, because I'm gonna ask you that probably like 2 or 3 times. Make sure. Awesome. How can people follow you?
On Instagram, Facebook.
Okay,
Facebook.
What's your underscore? I mean, what's your tag?
On Facebook, you can find me as Rich Marte, RICH/Marte.
Okay, M-A-R-T.
And on Instagram
and Marte is M-A-R-T-E, right?
Yes.
Okay. And
yes, sir.
Instagram.
And on Instagram is the same, Rich, but you got an underscore, Marte, M-A-R-T-E as well.
Okay, got it.
On Facebook and Instagram.
Okay, same here. All right, so K through 6, you and your brother's Robert, you said. Y'all coming up.
Robinson. Yeah.
Okay.
Robbins.
Robinson.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like the last name. Yeah. Like the last name. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I was about to say, I'm thinking I'm saying it wrong. All right. So you and Robinson, y'all coming up together. Yeah. Like I know Elizabeth, it's a good place, but it got its other side too. So y'all not getting in trouble. Y'all good kids.
We good kids, man. We good kids, from 2 immigrant parents, hard working, man. I'm talking about 7 days a week, open into closing their their own business. So, we kind of was born and raised inside of a store, man. It was crazy, from learning.
Okay.
We were big into baseball, man. Big baseball kids, man.
During K through 6?
We was big kids. Yeah, well, it started for me around like 5, 6 years old.
Oh, okay. Who got you into it? Who got you into the baseball?
Actually, my brother started playing baseball downtown Elizabeth. And I went one day and I was like, I gotta play this. But I was a little scared of the ball, man. I was a little nervous. And one day, I got hit a line drive. I just threw my glove in the air and it happened to catch. I caught it. I didn't even know how. I caught it and I was like, I like this.
I like this. And they went crazy. They went, okay, showed you the love. Yeah. You got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was a little kid, hat to the side, big old hat. It was crazy. A little kid. It was good memories.
Nice. That's what life is about. It's all about memories. All right. So, bam, we K through 6. Now you saying you moved back to DR for a little while, around 11 years old?
Yeah, I moved to DR when I was 11 through 14, man. I moved to a town that's right next to where I live now called Santiago. City, man. Beautiful city. Probably my best years, like as far as life, I had so much fun over here. Just playing baseball. It was home of baseball. Pools everywhere. The school that I went to was called Holy Trinity School, man. Shout out to those guys. Those are good friends, lifetime friends, man. Those good people, man. So I went to that school called Holy Trinity School in Santiago, man, from 6 to 14.
Wow.
11
through 14.
Freshman year.
Okay. Oh, so grade 6 through the age of 14. Wow.
Yes, sir.
And now y'all leave DR and come back to Jersey.
My father got a house in Linden, right next to Elizabeth.
Okay.
And we went to high school in Linden.
Okay. Are you on your phone or computer?
It is my phone.
Okay.
My phone. You need me somewhere?
Yeah, I just want to ask, maybe because sometimes it sounds like it's breaking up, if we could just put it somewhere so it's flat, so it's not moving up.
The internet over here is also, man, I live, third world, so this internet is little.
Nah, you in the right place. I'm trying to get to the third world. If that's what third world sound like, pools everywhere, good weather.
Good weather, nice. It's a good feel, man.
Yeah,
it's a good feel being here.
Yeah. That seems like the connection is 100% better. All right. So now you move back to Jersey at 14. Now you're a teenager. You puberty, adolescent. Man. What's that like? Like you resentful? You happy to be back?
I came from a country basically. When I went back to Jersey, my brother was already in high school. So in order for him to go out, they had to let the little brother go with him. He wasn't going out. So everywhere he was going, I was with him. All the parties, everywhere. It was just, I always lived older than my age. It was crazy. And I actually went to a strip club before I was even 14, man.
Wow. What's your brother?
Man. It was my brother, my
How old is
cousins.
how much,
and actually,
how many more years is he? Just
he's 3-4 years.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
3 years.
Okay.
3-4 years. Sometimes it's 3, sometimes it's 4.
Right. So go ahead, tell the story. I don't want to cut you off. So you say, yeah.
Now we went to the strip club, man, and we actually, they tried to ID us at the door. We was all my brother was under 15 years old. He was probably like 14, 15 years old. And they look at us and they look at me. I had these big old clothes on, a little fat boy. It was like, yeah, just sit in that dark side somewhere, just don't be getting caught up in there. Actually, the funny thing was somebody sent us a beer. And we're like, oh, man, we broke, we young. Man, when we see the beer, we're like, who sent it? They pointed at this guy in the corner. It ended up being the principal to my school, man. Me and my brother was like, oh, snap. What? And all he said was, keep it down. Don't say a word.
Wow.
Yeah, man. 12 years old. Imagine.
That's crazy.
I was living what I wasn't supposed to, man. It was like, yeah, I got to slow it down a little bit.
Okay.
But when I went back to Jersey, I mean,
now this happened
in
DR. Now that happened in DR. That happened here in the States.
Yeah, in DR, in Dominican.
So it's a little different out there. Okay, I got it.
And those times were different, it was a lot. There was no camera phones and nothing like that. So,
okay.
But it was an experience. It was a good one. Yeah. And then when I went back to Jersey, it was just different because I went to Linden High School. I didn't know nobody in Linden High School. Maybe a couple people that I've probably seen when I was a kid in Elizabeth, from Elizabeth. It's right next door. But I didn't know nobody, man. And it was just weird. It was weird, man. It was a whole bunch of cultures. It was different at first. Then I just naturally went in.
Okay, so Linden. So for somebody who's not from our area, Jersey or New York, Linden, all Spanish, black, white, Asian?
It was mixed.
It was mixed?
Mixed, man, for sure.
Okay.
A lot of Latinos, a lot of African American, a lot of Haitians, a lot of Polish people, a lot of Colombians. It was a good mix in there.
Did everybody get along? Was any tension, any of that kind of fights?
Well, there was always issues, but it was for the most part. It was, when I went in, it was pretty good. It wasn't nothing. Okay. It was, everybody had, it was very mixed. So everybody was getting along.
Okay.
But of course, you had those two, people from this side, people from that side. So
now, when you were a teenager,
I wasn't ever mixed, man. I just kept it moving.
You just stay focused. Yeah. That's what I was going to ask.
Yeah,
as you coming up, did you get involved in the gangs, the drugs, the violence? Like, adolescents go through stuff. That was that your for you? Did you get into it?
I mean, I grew up around all of that. Okay. It was never my thing. I always had a thing, like fight or whatever. It was on me. It was me by myself because I knew nobody wasn't gonna, they might be there for a few, but I never got in a fight with my brother in the street. So I was like, why am I going to fight with other people that I really don't even, unless a friend of mine needs help or something, whatever. But I never had an issue that I would have to, decide on what color to wear or who to join. I was cool with everybody, man.
Where do you think that came from? That ability to not get caught up? Was it, where do you think that ability to make those good decisions came from?
My parents, how they raised me. Yeah. I just seen how my uncles was just always, from my father to my mother, always just wanted to work and, hang out with family, friends, but I saw how I developed time with even their friends sometimes, but I would see how just my family, when we got together, we would have, a lot of family reunions and we were deep, man. Just cousins. I have more than 40, 50 cousins. Just,
wow. Yeah,
I'm telling you, it was a lot of cousins. We raised up real close. So it was like, I have friends, of course, but I really was just always in my own way. I just wanted to play baseball, hear music. I love cars. And I just want to figure out how could I, better tomorrow, better myself.
Right.
And sports, whatever I was doing, school. School, I really, I just went. I just had to go to school. I know how to finish school, high school.
Did you wind up graduating?
Yeah,
Oh,
I ended up graduating, man. High
oh.
school. I even started college, and I was like, "Man, college ain't for me." Especially when I got to pay all this money.
Right. What college did you were you attending?
I went to county. I went to Union County
Okay.
College for
Right.
a couple semesters, and I was like, "Yeah."
What were you thinking about majoring in? What were you kind of
Communications.
That's your thing, man. You got it too.
I'm telling you, it was crazy. I was like, man, it was right after I got injured too. There was a gap from when I graduated to
Now we got to get
when the
into
injury.
now
Yeah,
let's get into it. So what day was the injury? So this is after high school.
so this was after high school. So
How
after high school, I was just basically working,
okay.
just trying to survive.
Hmm.
And then I finally got a good job, man.
What were you
I'm
doing?
telling you, I was doing sales for Dish Network, and it was in the Spanish
The
department.
cable company?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. In New Jersey. So I was in the Spanish department, but there was a trick because the Spanish department, I knew Spanish fluently, and they would get a percentage over just because it was Spanish on commission. So I was like, I need that. So I got in. I was, first started a little rocky, then I just started catching a wave. And I'm telling you, I was making the most money I was ever making in my life. And, I wasn't living crazy. I'm thankful. My thing was I was cycling at the time.
Mm.
I love cycling. I love riding bikes. It was a fixie, but I would ride everywhere. So my hobbies were just still playing baseball or softball and riding bikes, just hanging out with my cousins.
Mm.
And that was basically it. That was my little hobbies inside of work. So on June 25th, I'm
What year?
coming home from.
What year?
This was 2015.
Okay. So June
Gonna be
25th.
7 years.
So June
Yeah,
25th, 2017. Okay. What time? What time
it
of
was
day?
June 25th, 2015,
Uh-huh.
and it happened to be at 10:58 ish
In the
at night.
evening. Okay. Tell me about that day.
Yeah,
What was that day like? Do you remember the day? Like did the day feel
yeah, for
different when you play back the tape? Did that day feel any different? Or what did you do that day? You got up.
So yeah, I got up. I had to get into work at 10
Okay.
a.m.
Okay.
around there. I had to work that 10 to 10 shift. So I got up a little early. I'm sorry, like around 8, 9 ish. Got ready, went straight to work. At work, I had a couple breaks and all that. So that's when I catch up, ate my breakfast, whatever. After I started working. So that shift I had was from 10 to 10 p.m. However, I didn't have a car that day, so I went with my brother. Um, he ended up leaving earlier than I did. His shift finished earlier, so he left earlier. I ended up having to ask one of my cousins for a ride, and he was like, "Nah. I'm leaving a little earlier than you are. Just wait for my other cousin that was working there." So I'll just go ask her. I told you my family's
I
big,
see. I see.
so I go to my god sister. She's actually my god sister. I was like, "Hey, boo, can you drop me off in Elizabeth so I can go home with my brother Rob?" We were living in Linden at the time. So, but Elizabeth, the bodega where I was raised, he was in my cousin's apartment, and we were gonna go from there.
Okay.
So she's like, "Yeah. I'll get out a little later though." She was on a call, so I was like, "That's cool. Do your thing." So I remember going outside after work, just relaxing. It was a long, stressful day full of calls. We made some good bread that day, and I was just talking to a couple of guys. We were just talking, man. We were just having good conversations of where they were going. Where we were all where we were planning to go. I remember my cousin coming out. I'm like, "All right, guys, I'll see you tomorrow. Have a good night. Get home safe." Get in the car. The ride was a smooth ride from about right by Kessler, around that area, down to Elizabeth. It was a smooth ride.
How long was the drive?
About half an hour, about 20 minutes,
And you're
because we left.
how old are you at this time again? Eight. What did you say?
No, man, I'm 24, man.
Okay.
24 years old. Man.
Okay. You were 24.
Man, yeah, I was 24 years old.
Okay. Got it. Got it.
Um, I remember coming down right before we get off the highway to the side streets where I, was heading. I remember seeing some fireworks, and in Spanish, tiros means like, fireworks, but also means like shots.
Mm.
So I was like, oh, look, in Spanish, I was like, oh, look at the tiros. And she was like, where? I'm like, no, I'm talking about fireworks. So, oh, you scared me. And it was crazy because she pulled into the block that where we were at, which was Jackson and Julia. And I told her to pull up a little ahead. It was a one-way, and there was cars on both sides. So I was like, just pull over a little bit ahead so people could turn. It was right on the corner. So she pulls over. I'm like, all right, baby, I'll see you tomorrow. I love you. Get home safe. Let me know when you're home. So I get out, and she's waiting for me to, at least get through the gates. So I'm walking. It was at this moment things were just going into like slow motion, and I really didn't understand. It was just my mind left my soul. It was just crazy. It was just. So I'm walking. I remember this car turning the corner, and they just stopped once they turned the corner. And I look, and I just see them having a conversation, talking regularly. I'm coming down, with button down, comb over. I'm really not wearing nothing I'm not supposed to. And I was born and raised here, so everybody around here kind of knows me,
Right.
So I get on the sidewalk. As soon as I get on the sidewalk, I hear the door open. I'm in between two cars, stepping on the sidewalk. I hear the door, and I just see the guy coming out and shooting. And there was nobody there but me. And I just start hearing him, and I start, I wanted to go. I start feeling a pinch on my arm. Keep going, feel another pinch on my elbow. And then one just hits my back and just shuts me down. But the crazy thing is at that moment, I'm like, oh man, like as I'm falling, I'm like, do I act dead or do I try to get out of here?
Right.
And as soon as I hit the ground, man, it was just like God just got in and he did his own thing. I turned around somehow, started backing out. I hit this guy, hit the roof of the car. So that just triggered my mind to tuck in towards the car because he was on the other side.
What do you mean hit the roof of the car? Like,
I guess he was trying to shoot over the car.
Oh, got it. So
I guess he banged the gun on the roof of his head. And I'm telling you, I don't know. It was like a video game.
Right.
I was the main character. And I tucked in and he shot, but didn't hit me. I'm like, whoa, he's coming to kill me. At the same time, I'm hearing my uncle and my aunt right on top of the store screaming. My uncle's telling my aunt, call the cops. They're killing somebody outside. I don't want to scream up so he could conversate with me, and the guy ends up shooting up. So I'm like, damn, I got to keep down. But I already knew he was coming for me. He walked up to me. This moment, I don't see nothing, man. I'm not in pain. Nothing, no pain. I just knew I couldn't walk, couldn't get up. So as he's coming, I feel the heat of the gun right on my skull, man, right on my head. And somehow I just tucked my hand in and moved the gun fast enough that he shoots through my hand and grazes the back of my head.
I see it.
And right there, he runs out of bullets, man.
Wow.
Yeah, and I'm like, wow, man. And then my uncle ended up finding out. He was like, hey, it looks like Richie. And I was like, Unc is me, That's when, the guy just ran to the car and they left. No explanations, didn't rob me, didn't put his hand in my pocket. No conversation, nothing. He just wanted to kill me. That's it. Ain't even dig in my pocket. I later on found out that he was doing the killing spree.
Wait, don't get there. Don't get that fast. Don't get to slow down. So he runs off. He runs off, right?
He
and now
runs
you
off.
there and your uncle is there. What happened now? Like how long? What was that like? What were you thinking?
It was instant. My brothers, everybody comes out. Everybody from from the neighborhood comes, and it was instant, man. The ambulance got there right away because there was a couple other shootings earlier, right before that. So the cops were scattered all over Elizabeth that day. It was a crazy day, man.
And so
yes,
they got you to the hospital pretty fast. And
yeah, I went from Elizabeth.
Do you remember what that was like that night when they got you to the hospital, the nurses, doctors? What was that experience like?
Yeah, so I remember when the cops got there, they were trying to keep me calm. I was still calm for the most part. I was conscious,
still not really in pain, just kind of like confused, like who the hell is gonna shoot me? Like why would I remember when the ambulance got there, you know, they put a brace on my neck, they put me on the real bed. I ended up having to go to what is it, University Hospital in Newark,
Right.
Trauma Hospital.
Yeah.
It was a quick ride, man. I remember it was like 10, 15 minutes, but once I got to the hospital, I remember pain, just like burning pain, like I was in lava. I really couldn't take it. I remember the doctors, it felt like they was having a conversation behind me without an issue, just normal, just talking, I'm like, yo, I'm dying here. Can y'all put me to sleep at least? And they did that. They stuck something and I knocked out. And then I remember waking up the next day.
Did you have surgery that evening or anything? Did they do any surgery?
No surgery, no nothing. Just they put me on morphine, and the bullet that hit my back actually just stayed there. It's still there. Yeah, so I didn't have any other injury really. They cast my hand up. My finger, they kind of broken, but they just put a little stencil to hold on to it. But other than that,
how long were you? So what was that like being in the hospital? Like the police come to the hospital, family is there.
Yeah.
Like, you know, what were those first few days like, you know, mentally? Because everybody knows, okay, you got physical